Hi, this is Stan, and thank you for listening to this bonus episode of They See Me Rollin'. I just wanted to preempt this episode with a quick content warning. The recording of this episode was done a week ago, and while everything in it is silly and done in good fun, it does involve school-age kids with access to weapons. We felt that given the most recent school shooting here in the United States happened 2 weeks before release, this could potentially upset listeners. If so, please feel free to skip this episode. If not, well, we hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and let's begin.
Hello, dear listeners. Why on earth is Hayden starting off an episode of TSMR? Well, we have a treat for you tonight, dear listeners. I have inexplicably been able to con my beloved co-hosts into allowing me to DM a special bonus episode of TSMR for you.
Yeah.
And I expect it's going to go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
So who are my rowdy crew that I'm working with tonight?
This is Stan, your typical DM for They See Me Rollin', and you may be wondering why I'm not just DMing an episode of They See Me Rolling. I'll tell you, it's because
that's a stupid question.
I'm not going to be home this weekend, and I am moving, so I just won't have the time. But I can play.
and play forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's is that the sultry sounds of Ivan that I hear?
The next in our group of roguish knaves is me from this podcast, Ivan.
Hey, I'm here.
Who's
my
this
gosh.
lowering down from the ceiling?
It's Ryan. Hi, guys. I've been on this feed before, but like never for real though. Always just like from some other thing that Stan took. I'm so excited.
Yeah, what a perfect time for you to hop on as a player whenever things are going to be... Actually, no, not at their most unhinged, because that other episode that we won't talk about exists. Which I think is about all you could say for it. It exists.
You could be talking about several different things that we've done together, so...
I mean, that's pretty much everything, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. But, tonight we are not going to be playing 5e, because it's my house now, my rules. We are going to be playing, perhaps, I think it's safe to say, probably my favorite RPG that I've ever come across, Masks, A New Generation. Ooh. It is a Powered by the Apocalypse system where the players play as a team of teenage superheroes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you will.
Ooh,
if you want, yeah.
That's kind of
yeah.
Turtles.
So, Teen Titans, Young Justice, Young Avengers kind of a deal. I really love it. It's a great system. Love Powered by the Apocalypse, and this is probably my favorite iteration of it.
Is it like New Teen Titans where it's just really horny all the time?
Oh, that's up for you to decide as players. Let's start this off by introducing you to the world and then the players. So, you boyos are going to be playing in beautiful Halcyon City.
Ooh.
Yep, it's a metropolis full of superheroes. It's kind of the epicenter of superheroes in the whole world for some fucking reason. I don't know. A lot of superheroes are here, and they've been around for a very long time, basically starting around World War II, you know?
Do regular
and
people live there?
Like, regular people live there.
Why?
But, it has a very... You have the densest population of superheroes of anywhere else in the world.
What are the taxes like?
Taxes, I'm gonna be honest, not that great. Yeah, and you guys are the latest generation of heroes to So who are our young adventurers tonight? Stanford, you start us off.
All right, I will be playing a pubescent boy, about 12 years of age. Just recently, he was bitten by a vampire, which will permanently keep him a pubescent boy. And he goes by the name Nightboi. And he has, given his young age and his current physical ability before he became a vampire, he has above average strength and speed. That's his superpowers, along with the ability to change into any animal so long as it's a baby.
Nice. And what's your costume look like, Stan?
A costume is black jeans with black Reebok sneakers, as well as a tuxedo t-shirt, cape that he purchased from Walmart that is also black, and he uses pomade to slick his hair back. Normally it's just a wiry mess.
So it's like those really cheap plastic capes you get in the Dracula costume.
Basically, he took it from a Darth Vader costume that you could buy for $20.
Nice, I love it. Let's move right along to Ryan. Who are you gonna be playing tonight?
So, I am playing the Light, and his real name is Benji Boyd.
Aww.
And he is 14. He's 5'2", and he has super speed that he got from mixing chemicals with his chemistry teacher.
As you do.
As you do, it happens.
Just idly doing that.
Yes, it happens. I don't know how much backstory should I go into here.
All of it.
As much as you want.
Okay, so the Light is trying to follow in the footsteps of his now retired teacher, the Pythagorean hero. Who was
yes. He was really big in the 80s.
Yeah, who was injured and was almost defeated by her greatest nemesis, the Hell Monitor, before the Light stepped in and saved the day. And the Light's suit is a red and yellow full body spandex suit with bright yellow boots, a domino mask, and a hood that is for some reason neon green. And in the middle of his costume is a bright orange phoenix.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah. Oh wow, that's bad. In about 20 episodes, the Phoenix Force is gonna come in here, and it's gonna get bad.
Gotta pare that down a little bit.
And he has he is colorblind. And
so like he thinks his hood is red or something.
Yes.
Nice.
And he is just pretty much he's trying to fill he's trying to fill these bright yellow boots, but he is very nervous and uncomfortable, but will do his best.
So the boots I'm imagining, are these like the Adidas boots that have like the gold that have the wings on them?
They're bright yellow Timberlands.
Oh, nice. With just like some construction paper wings cut out and glued to them.
Yes, and he bought them and they were brown, and he used a whole case of highlighters to turn them yellow.
Oh my god. Well, he has super speed, so it didn't really take him that long.
Yeah. Yeah, but it did take him a lot of highlighters.
Love it. Ivan, who are you? Who are you tonight?
My person is a young man who I just realized all of our names either have night or light in our names.
That could be the name of your team, the Ultraviolets.
His name is Blaine Knight, and he is a young man who thinks that he is very, very smart, and can also teleport and create illusions.
So wait, he thinks he's all these things? Can he actually do any of them?
He can teleport and
Okay.
and create illusions. He thinks he's very, very smart.
What's your whole costume situation?
He basically looks like a hipster. He wears headphones even though he's not listening to anything. He wears like a beanie.
Do the headphones have cat ears?
Yes, absolutely. And he like an old like military jacket he found at a thrift store that's all torn up and has a lot of buttons on it.
Love it.
Yeah,
Right.
he thinks that he's very cool.
Sounds like. So tonight, because it is night at the start of our adventure.
Tonight. Well,
Tonight we are. So, edit that out.
nope.
Okay. So, you, the three of you are kind of on patrol, throughout the city.
Oh wait, should we come up with relationships with each other?
Because it's a one shot, we're not going to deal with that.
Oh, okay.
Are we just assuming that we're on a team together already?
Yeah, we're already pals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so it's more for like long-term stuff, and because it's a one shot, I just figured skip it.
I have one question for Blaine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does Blaine think anything about me is cool whatsoever?
No. I think that he likes smart people. He thinks that he likes smart people, but he does not like people who are smarter than him.
Oh, I'm not very smart. I just want to make that clear.
Well, I'm not very smart either.
So we're competing to be the lowest common denominator on this team.
And he does think that you're a total nerd.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And you're always he doesn't like that you look up to a teacher because she was a square, obviously.
Yeah, she was a triangle.
Yeah, I would think she's more of a triangle.
I like to ruffle Stan's hair a lot.
Oh, the
In
pomade.
like a way that's kind of friendly and kind of condescending.
You get a lot of
Yeah, you
grease
just
in your
pull
hand
you
when
pull
do
your
that.
hand away. It's just slick with grease. It's just. Three of you are out on patrols at night, as you do, being heroes. What are the three of you doing?
I'm whistling Firework by Katy Perry.
Really selling that whole goth aesthetic.
Are you whistling ironically?
No, I just really love Katy Perry.
Okay.
I'm not a goth kid. I'm just a kid who's going for the vampire look because I'm a vampire. I'm just leaning into it.
It's more like a vampire Halloween costume.
It's very close to one.
I forget. Did you say we were on a roof on patrol, or did you not specify?
I did not specify. If you want to be on a roof, you can be on a
Okay.
roof.
Is that okay with the team?
Yeah.
Sure.
If we're not on
Okay.
a roof, I teleport up to a roof.
No,
Okay, so
roof is a great
we're on a
place for
roof.
me because it's stealthy.
And I'm looking through my binoculars to see if I can catch any hooligans doing shenanigans or whatever.
It's a very foggy night. You're having a hard time seeing things. Suddenly, all of you that have your phones with you, your phones start to buzz with the notifications.
I take this patrol very seriously. My phone is on silent.
My phone is on vibrate, but I can't remember where I put it. But I only have like 2 pockets.
I pull out my phone and say, people are way too connected to their phones these days. It's like, why don't they just have real interactions, right?
You say this to your phone or to
I
us?
say this to you,
Okay.
but mostly to myself.
Night, you look at your phone and you see a bunch of Twitter notifications. A bunch of people tweeting about something called hashtag Balloonatic in Balloonmageddon.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And as you're scrolling through, you're seeing a bunch of live stream footage of the Halcyon City Air and Space Museum, and it looks like a giant dirigible is floating above it, and they're like people like sliding down on wires in like tactical gear and stuff.
Who is tweeting about this?
Everyone. This is like just your Twitter feed. Just a bunch. This is like a trending hashtag right now.
Okay. So, but it's not like a particular famous person.
No, it's just like this is just a trending tweet, so you're seeing all the tweets with the hashtag Balloonatics.
Oh, okay.
Do you tell us about this?
I show the other two what's going on Twitter, and all this about the Balloonatic, and also like when I probably owned somebody who's religious in like a Twitter fight or something.
So you're showing us like your sick owns on Twitter, and in between those mentions, we're seeing this Balloonatic thing.
Well, if God's real, then like prove it, right, man? And I'm like really proud of it. and then also, can you tell that this character is based on me at 13?
Oh God! So this is what you're seeing right now.
So I say, team, we gotta do something about this Balloonatic.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay.
Can we see the tower from where we are?
It's not a tower. It's the Air and Space Museum.
Oh, okay.
Can we see that from here with my cool binoculars?
I will say, for narrative convenience, yes, you can, with your binoculars.
I know, like, I can go fast. And you can teleport. You can go pretty fast, right, Stan?
I can go faster than the average person.
I mean, I was asking out of character because I assume we know each other's abilities.
I wouldn't win the Olympics.
You could give him a piggyback.
Yeah, let's go. And I motion for you to get on my back.
I change myself into a screecher monkey and jump on your back, so I'm like super light.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm teleporting across the rooftops.
And I take off running towards the Air and Space Museum.
How are all y'all approaching this? Like, where you want to end up?
I think maybe there's like a building across the street that's looking at it. As we're approaching, do we see the balloons?
You see a big dirigible is like Zeppelin type thing is like floating directly above, and then like surrounding it on either side are like smaller like hot air balloons.
Do you guys know how hot air balloons work?
Yeah, duh.
I just
It's
learned
like-
this in science class the other day.
It's like it's hot and then it goes
It's
up
the
'cause
fire.
it's-
The fire makes heat, and the heat pushes up, and it goes up, and it's so cool.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, we should
I think
take
that's
them
cool.
and keep them and have we should use them at school for fun and skipping class.
I thought everybody knew that.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be really cool to have a headquarters that could only be reached by hot air balloon.
How would we order pizza then?
We would have a campus pizza place that delivers to us on hot air balloon. They just drop the pizzas on us.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would love a pizza on my head, but only if the tomato sauce was blood, because I can't eat regular food anymore since I'm a vampire.
We hear some sad violin music start to play whenever you say that.
That was that moment of silence after you said that.
So I am going to assume, at least in Light's eyes, that Blaine is the team leader. So I turn to Blaine and say, "What should we do?"
How big are these balloons?
The hot air balloons are like balloon size. The dirigible is like it's bigger than the actual Air and Space Museum.
Okay, what do you mean by
Oh,
balloon size? Balloons come in all sorts of different sizes.
Well, it's hot air balloon size, you know.
okay.
So pretty big.
So you could definitely put a couple pizzas in there.
Yeah, and they're like people like rappelling down from the big one onto the roof of the Air and Space Museum.
I'll teleport onto the main dirigible and you guys go and see what they're doing on the ground.
Where are you teleporting to? Like, and also like this is a good time to ask, how does your teleportation work?
I think that I need to be able to have a mental image of where I'm going in my head. So
Okay.
if it's somewhere that I know well, I can teleport to it, or if I can see it.
Okay, so it's like Nightcrawler rules. I gotcha.
And I think also teleporting farther takes more energy. So the more efficient way to get somewhere would be to teleport a bunch of small times rather than one big time.
What about Nightboi and Light?
Is Nightboi still a monkey?
I am still a monkey, yes.
Light says, should we run down? Try to see what's going on the ground?
Well, I can also turn into flying animals. Would that be useful?
Sure. Fly down and I'll run right behind you.
Okay. I turn myself into a baby bat.
And
It's so cute.
So I run down the building and I'm trying to go, and we see them rappelling down. Is there anybody on the ground at all around the museum?
No, they seem to just be like going to the roof.
Okay, so then I am gonna run down, and I can phase. So I'm gonna phase through the front door.
Okay. Is that something you can like normally do, or is it like take some juice?
So phasing is one of my abilities.
It is okay. Then
Yeah.
You're good. You can phase through.
Cool.
Anybody outside on the ground?
There are a lot of civilians like on the ground, like looking up, like going crazy. A lot of people like filming it. Like probably that's how you surmise with your expert detective powers that these are the people that were tweeting before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm in. Ivan's on the roof. What's going on?
So we went to the ground and no one was there, so we just went there for no reason?
I mean, apparently. I mean, there's.
Well, I mean, we were on a roof, and then we went to the ground close to the building, and now I went in the building.
Okay, so no one's on the ground. I fly back up and check out the hot air balloons, the ones surrounding the dirigible. And basically I'm just taking stock of who's in there, how many, and how many hot air balloons.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll and assess the situation. Then, you fly up. You start as a baby bat. You start scoping out these boyos.
Okay, my superior is going to be -1.
You get a 6. So on
Right on.
That's a fail, right?
That's a fail. That is a fail.
Right on.
So you look around. I feel you like what you can see is like a bunch of like armored goons in the air balloons and stuff. They just seem to be hanging out. They don't really seem to be doing much. Just like keeping watch over everything. Beyond that, you can't really tell anything about them.
Oh. Okay. Well, I just wasted my time, guys.
Do we have communicators? Like, can we communicate when we're not close to each other?
I'll say yeah. You have every superhero team has communicators.
So I'll tell Nightboi. Well, do I see anything in the lobby or whatever?
No, you just see like some displays of in the front desk and all of that. It's after hours, so there really isn't anyone in here. There's you do see a night guard roaming around.
So I whisper into my communicator to Nightboi, there's a lot of cool science stuff in here if you want to come check out the inside with me.
Well, since I'm not really accomplishing a whole lot out here, I guess I'll go. And I kind of dive bomb my way down and fly in there and change back to Nightboi.
Whatever. I guess that sounds cool. What do I see from the roof? There's people rappelling down onto it?
Yes, there's people. So you see some guys in tactical gear are on the roof, and others are rappelling down. They are not rappelling down with ropes or anything. They have tied to their waist a bunch of balloons, and they're just slowly floating down.
Interesting.
Yep, and they're fiddling around with some stuff. It looks like they're setting up some kind of mechanical biddly boobs on the four corners of the roof. And you pop up, and they immediately see you because you're just popping up,
just standing there. Yeah. How do they react?
They immediately draw their guns. Say, "What are you doing here?"
I shrug. I'm just looking around.
If you know, put your hands up. Get on the ground. No sudden movements.
I'm going to teleport to the ground and leave a
grenade.
Illusion of myself where I'm standing. with my hands up. Do I need to roll anything for that to successfully happen, or is that just...
Do you have any moves that look like it pertains to that would change it anyway? If not, then you can just do it.
Yeah, when you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll plus superior. On a hit, they're fooled.
Yeah, so roll to see if they, basically roll deception. Roll 2d6 plus superior to see if you're able to bamf out of there without them noticing.
6.
Boom. Wait, that was a 1d6. You gotta roll 2d6.
Ooh.
Wait, no, that's
Wait,
worse.
no. That... I'll just roll another d6.
Yeah, and add it to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
so an 8.
Fine, I'll let you
That
have the
seems
8.
like cheating, but whatever. Thanks.
Fine.
Thanks for
Fine.
allowing it.
Next time, just roll 2d6.
On a 7 to 9, choose one of these. Get an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, avoid further entanglement. I'm going to confuse them for some time and get an opportunity. So I think, are there any other people on the ground or just on the roof?
No, it doesn't look like there are any of the balloon boys on the ground. Just civilians.
I think that they radio each other for backup, so they're all focused on me,
Yeah.
on my illusion.
We've got a super on the roof. We need backup.
Yeah.
It looks like a teleporter.
And where are you teleporting to?
I'm just teleporting to the ground in front of the
Okay.
building. I'll run to the door and see if I can get inside.
Are they currently still rappelling down the building?
They're rappelling to the roof, not the building.
They're rappelling to the roof of the building from their little thingies. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's no way
No
I can
one's on the
reach
ground.
to them in time. They'll get to the roof before I can gnaw on their strings.
Yeah, and there were already some guys on the roof because
Okay.
that's when.
Is the night guards like walking around, right? Inside?
Yeah, now he sees you and he's like, "What?
Okay.
It's after hours, sir.
So I go up to him and I get my best superhero pose I can. Sir, there are bad guys on the roof and we're here to save you. Don't worry, everything is under control.
and
and I'm gonna try to comfort him.
it's after hours, sir. There's not really supposed to be one in the museum. I'm gonna have to ask you to
we're
leave.
here to save the museum.
There's something wrong with the museum?
There's bad guys up on the roof.
Well, I haven't seen anyone on the museum.
Well, they're up on the
You're
roof.
seeing us. We're in the museum. You see us. That's not true. Don't lie, mister.
Is the door locked?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's after hours. Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it glass?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just teleport in.
I'm going to try to comfort or support him by rolling a mundane roll.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I want him to feel at ease. And I got a 10.
Okay.
Nice.
You do that. Yeah. Yeah. You get.
So he trusts us and he knows that we have it covered.
Okay. I have to call the police.
What does it mean to add a team to the pool?
Me and team, you can spend those later to boost
Okay.
your rolls whenever you're acting as a team.
So we have one now. Thanks to me
Okay.
cooling this guy down.
Nice.
Yeah, so he starts just walking to the door and like starts fiddling with his keys. Oh, I've got to leave. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I was covering Giuseppe's shift.
Don't worry, sir. Go home to your family.
I don't have a family, not ever since the accident.
Well, go home to your television.
Do you have any pets?
Not ever since the accident.
Is that the same accident or a...
Funny thing, young hipster. There was a second accident that took my pets. You see, I got a dog to replace the gaping hole my family left, and
Gross.
he was the only thing keeping me going. But then there was a fire.
Oh no, that's terrible. Hey guys, do you think if we asked them why they're coming here, they would tell us?
Seems more like your area than mine.
I'm sure they'd tell us something.
Okay. So I turn right back into a bat, and I fly up to the roof. Are they going down into the roof now from the top?
They're on the roof. I mean, there are a bunch of them.
They're just
like,
hanging out there. They're not doing anything yet.
I think what you see is them continuously shooting round after round into an illusion of me just standing there completely still.
What you see is an illusion of Knight with his hands up. All the boys are crowding around him with their guns trained, and then some others are are at the four corners of the museum, and they're like setting up some like mechanical bobs.
They're doing this all on the roof, right?
On the roof.
Okay, I go up there as a bat, then I turn back into Nightboi, and I say, hello.
Yeah, one of them like goes Ugh! And like presses like an earpiece in his ear. It's like, we got another one.
Another what?
It's some sort of oh god, some sort of bat boy.
What? I'm just a boy. What are you talking about?
He was a bat a few minutes ago. I don't know who knows what else it can turn into. We know I need some guys with some Gatlins.
There's some sort of evening tween up here.
What are you doing? Can I help you?
Not quite a knight, not quite a man.
We're not really recruiting right now. We're kind of in the middle of a job. Come back try open enrollments in 2 weeks. Come back then. We might, with a resume, we might be able to set you up with something.
Sure, but what kind of things do you do? I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Sell me on this.
I'm gonna ask you to roll a
Assess the situation to find out what kind of benefits package they have.
Absolutely. Roll a situation and roll of like a deception roll.
So it's plus superior.
Yeah, my superior's -1.
Yep. No, they just keep their guns trained on you. It's like, I don't make any movements. Stay a weird, gawky teenage boy, and we won't have any.
Can't do anything else.
Well, that is clearly a lie.
That sad violin music comes back.
Well, I mean, I could turn into a baby animal. That's all I can do.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Don't just stay a gawky teenage boy. Don't make any movements, and we'll be on our way soon.
Okay. So wait, did I fail my roll?
Yes.
You did.
They're just pointing their guns at me, and I've just made them nervous, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an entrance to the roof from inside?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Okay, so I ran up there during this, and I'm still inside, but I'm like listening to this.
You're on like the door to the roof, just with your ear pressed against
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
I get upset.
Uh-huh.
Misters, or I don't know if there's any ladies among you because our God hasn't told us yet, but
What religion are you? Are you one of those Scientologists I've heard about?
No,
potentially
no explicit ladies here.
But this is very rude. You're pointing guns at me. I didn't do anything wrong.
Listen.
And you're telling me not to go or move or anything. What if I have to pee? I'm so mad. And I turn into a giant bear.
A baby bear.
No, this time I am unleashing my powers and I turn into a big fucking bear.
All right, yeah. Let's see if you can turn into an adult animal. Yeah, roll.
This is actually my freak. When I unleash my powers.
Oh, nice. What'd you freak at?
+3.
Nice. You get a 10. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, you do that. You turn into a bear.
All right, so now I've turned into a big damn bear, and I run up to the guy who was provoking me. I grab him by the neck and vigorously shake him and say, "If you want to live, you're going to tell me what the fuck you're doing here!"
Ugh. All right, cool. He puts his hand to his mouth, and you hear a sound, and you see in his mouth, a balloon is starts to inflate, and
Okay.
and it inflates and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it pops. But when it pops, it doesn't just pop; it explodes with a bright flash. I need you to roll take a powerful blow there, Nightboi. And, okay, that's actually good. You've got a 3. You actually want to roll low on those.
Oh, I stand strong.
Yeah, mark potential. So, yeah, both of you, go flying back in opposite directions. You, don't move, really. You just stay standing and just slide back, and he goes sliding back the other way. Boys, I don't know. It's a bear. Shoot it.
I'll kick open the door and loudly make my entrance now.
Right. Yep. So they are opening fire on you. What do you?
Good thing I'm a vampire bear and they can't hurt me unless they're made of silver.
So what are you doing, Light?
I am going to try to defend Nightboi. By, I guess, running and smacking their guns away or catching the bullets. I don't know what I'm capable of.
Okay, I think in that case, roll a directly engage a threat.
That's plus danger, of which I have -1. And I got a 10 nonetheless.
Oh yes, you get to pick two.
I am going to take something from them, their guns, and I'm going to create an opportunity for Nightboi.
There were like 3 or so guys like directly in front of Nightboi.
Yeah.
So you get to swipe their guns. You didn't get everyone's guns.
Yeah,
so
I
a lot of other guys on
assumed.
here. Yeah, but so you have super beats, so I'll let you take 3. So
Yes.
Nightboi's out of danger right now, and they are currently weaponless.
How many armed guys are there?
There are about 10 guys on the roof.
So there are 7 armed guys now.
I'm going to teleport up there, and I'm going to create 6 copies of Nightboi Bear on
Nice.
at different places on the roof.
Night Bear. Nice. All right, cool.
My illusions aren't very real. They're realistic looking, but they don't move around very realistically. So they're just standing there.
Can you create this many illusions at once, usually?
It's on the high end of normal.
Unleash your powers?
No. Since it's a high end of normal, I'll let him have it. In this case, I'm going to roll Provoke Someone. Provoke Someone is plus your superior. That you do not do that. You create the illusions, but it's like whenever... it's like a horrifying glitch in a video game. So it's just a massive bare arms and legs, and it's just going in all different directions and jerking around, and it is horrifying looking.
Hey, that works. I'm
Yep.
trying to distract them. That's distracting.
And they're just like, well, obviously the one that doesn't look like a Geiger painting is the real one.
Is the guy who I was yelling at earlier armed or unarmed?
He was one of the guys that Light disarmed.
Okay. I grab him again, and I hold him to the edge of the building so that I could just easily drop him to the ground. And I say, "You pull that balloon shit again, I will fucking drop you. Now tell me, why are you here?"
Well, listen, this is a lot. Wasn't expecting this tonight, gonna be honest.
Oh, you know what I can do? I can be the monster.
Uh-huh.
It's a freak, so it's a +3.
Uh-huh.
And if I hit, they are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to me, or they flee.
Oh no.
You don't do that.
Yeah, you got 2 crit 1s, bro.
So he looks at you completely unfazed.
Oh, well then
by
if I fail, they react with violence, hatred, and paranoia, and I suffer the brunt of it.
This is perfect because he looks at you completely unfazed by this bear strong arming him. All right. You got me. You got us. I'll tell you what we're doing. And you see that he has a button in his hand, and he pushes it. And there's 4 boxes at the edge of the that were at the edge of the roof. You hear this mechanical whirring sound, and then a from each one, and flying up in the air from the boxes, attached to some cables, are big weather balloons, and you hear this loud groaning sound that echoes throughout the entire building, and then shrunk, and this sound of cracking concrete.
Hayden, are they stealing the museum?
And the museum starts to float in the air.
Shit!
I just drop the guy, so he falls off the building.
Right. Suck it, team!
And I flick him off as he does.
And you do. He pushes a button on his belt, and some balloons pop out of it. And he just starts to calmly float up with you.
As the balloons float up, I swipe him at him with my claws.
I like to think for the entire rest of the session, he just keeps releasing more balloons, and you keep. He just yo-yos up and down for the next hour and a half.
So the museum is floating up in the air, is ascending with surprising speed, and the dirigible starts to pull off, and the museum starts to follow it.
So I run over to Blaine, and I say, Blaine, what do we do?
I grab the binoculars that are still around your neck and look up at the dirigible to see through a window to see if there's a place that I can teleport up to.
I'd like to think as you grab the binoculars, I automatically just phase so that they just come right off me and you have them now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say as I grab the binoculars, you automatically assume that I'm coming in to hug you. So you're like ready for a hug, and then I just grab your binoculars.
I think it's both. I go to hug you and then realize you're not hugging me back and phase through you trying to seem like I wasn't hugging you.
So, all right, roll and assess the situation.
That's plus superior.
Whoa, 14.
Whoa.
Hot damn, you can ask a lot of questions now.
Is there a guideline for what exactly the questions are?
So the questions listed here are: what here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What hero is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly?
How could we best end this quickly?
You surmise that just taking out the balloons as they are right now would just drop the museum. So best not do that. So you.
It would end it the quickest, though.
It would end it the quickest, but since the museum seems to be following the dirigible, there's probably some controls for it in there that you could probably use to lower it down. What was your other question?
How many questions do I have?
On a 10 plus, you asked 2. But I don't know if Hayden wants to give you an extra one for a 14.
No. You get 2.
Who's most vulnerable to me?
The 2 other guys without their weapons right now.
Did I successfully see through a window a place that I can teleport to?
Well, that was what the assess situation roll was for.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
For 14, the extra one, I'll give you some extra. You see a window. There was a great question there called "What can I use to blank?" that was perfect for that.
I'm going to teleport up there. Obviously, because of the angle, I can only see the ceiling through the window. So I teleport up to the top of the room and then fall down onto the ground.
And yes, you are in the dirigible.
All right. What's this room like?
It's like a hallway, kind of like submarine, metal walls with like hatches on either end of the hallway, red lighting.
I'm going to go towards the front of the dirigible to try and find the control room.
All right, you can go through there. Cut back to Nightboi and Slight. What are y'all doing down?
Well, this is a bad time to say, I don't know what a dirigible is.
It's a Zeppelin.
Oh. Okay.
It's a giant airship.
That makes sense.
Did I successfully swipe that guy's balloons and make him fall down?
Yes, I would like to remind you, you're heroes, so I don't know if you want to go full Punisher on this and just kill him.
Well, how fast is this building rising? I guess he is still falling off the top of a museum, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's several stories either way.
I mean, I don't know what I can do to get up there.
To the dirigible?
Yeah.
Your powers are what again?
I can phase, run fast, and I can also speed read.
Can you make yourself really light?
I guess.
If you can make yourself really light by phasing or like semi-phasing, you could hop on my back and I could turn into a baby pterodactyl.
Can we do that?
You can roll and unleash your powers for that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that. What's unleash your powers? Plus freak?
That's a freak.
Okay. So my freak is plus 0. So let's see. The moment of truth. 11.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
your whole body like starts sort of like glitching, like
Yes.
like phasing in and out of the view, and you just start floating.
All right, I go into baby pterodactyl mode from my bear mode. I just gently get you on my neck, and we fly up to the dirigible.
How are you touching him if he's intangible?
He's semi-intangible.
Semi-tangible, yeah.
He got an 11. I'll let you have it. Let's do it.
That's the difference between Stan and me. He's the pessimist, where I was semi-intangible, and I'm the optimist, where I'm semi-tangible.
All right. Yeah. So you can float up to the dirigible.
Well, even better, he's flying.
Yeah. So we go up there.
Yeah, we go up there, and
So when we get to the top, I'm gonna phase through that window, and then open it when I stop phasing. So that
I don't know. You think you want to open it?
Well, you gotta get in, don't you?
Yeah, but the pressure's gonna suck you out.
How high up are we now at this point?
You're not that high up. You're fine.
Oh, okay, that's cool then.
Like, it's not a rocket
Alright.
ship; it's a blimp.
It's comic book world. We're fine.
Yeah. I just turned
Alright,
into
cool.
a ghost, and a pterodactyl flew me up here. I think I could open the window.
All right, so you open the window, and I climb in, and in the midst of climbing in, I turn in from the baby pterodactyl to Nightboi. That's fun.
Light turns to Nightboi and goes, "So, are you like in control when you're in the big bear mode?"
Sort of. And it's like when I did that, I got super like angry and strong, and then something came over me. It's like having a temper tantrum, but you really know it's like a bad thing, but you can't do anything about it. You know? Like when you get really angry at your parents, but you know they're right, but you're still pissed off.
I assume Nightboi like looks at me with these like little kid puppy dog eyes. And Light makes the conscious decision to not bring up the fact that you super murdered a guy.
That guy's gonna come back as your like arch nemesis. He's gonna have like a robot body.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's gonna be the Day Man.
So
Actually, Doctor Light would be a great villain for you if this was DC.
So we're all together again in this dirigible.
Yep, together again. Yep. I'll say you catch up with
Blaine.
Wayne.
Blaine
Blaine Knight.
So what's the plan, boss?
Well, we've got to go up to the controls and make the thing that's going up go down, right?
On it.
I think we can figure that out. That should be really easy.
Yeah, there must be just a lever or something.
Yeah, the museum lever. I guess I'll assess the situation and try to scout the blimp to find the controls.
All right, how you doing this?
I'm gonna run around at super speed and look at stuff.
Okay. All right. Roll assess the situation.
Yeah, so super speed. Let's see, superior. I have none. I got a 4.
You do a lot of running around, and in fact,
We are really bad at assessing situations.
I mean, you're teens, so it makes sense you don't have good. You are running around, Light. You duck down one hallway, and you just run into a wall of guards with like Uzis and like bandoliers full of what look like water balloons. Stop!
Can I try to run back to the team?
Sure. Yeah.
I use my above average hearing to hear that he might be in danger.
I
Okay.
want to try to run back, so I guess I'll unleash my powers while you assess the situation.
Sure.
And that's plus.
I turn into a baby cheetah.
Okay, well, I failed that roll anyway.
So yeah, what happens, Light, is one of them takes off one of the water balloons from their bandoliers and chucks it behind you.
Oh yes. Can I like run in place?
Yep, you run.
Yes!
The water explodes and like turns into ice, and you just are running in place.
Yes.
As a baby cheetah, I see that he's stuck in ice.
What do you?
So
Legolas, what do you see with your baby cheetah eye?
I start running as fast as I can, and I leap towards the ice, and I switch from a baby cheetah to a baby elephant.
Oh my god.
Okay. You can absolutely do that, Stan.
I'm gonna come into the room too.
Do you switch into the elephant like in mid-air, so you like ground pound, or do you switch into the elephant on
Exactly.
the ground? Okay.
Exactly. I'm flying in the air, and I switch from a cat to an elephant. So.
All right, roll a directly engage a threat, Stan.
Oh, what? This ice is a threat?
The ice and the
right.
wall of guards that you're directly in front of.
I have +2 to danger.
All right, you get a 7. Okay, so you can pick one.
I am trying to create an opportunity specifically for Light Boy. The light.
Yep.
Light fellow.
Yeah, so you run over, leap in the air, mid-air, turn into an elephant, land, breaking all the ice on the floor. And the guards start firing, but they're all focused on you. So they're not paying attention to your allies right now. And the ground is clear for Light.
As they're shooting at me with their useless bullets, I just chuckle with a good...
And then I imagine you take out your inhaler. And
How many guards are there in here?
5.
How big of a room is it?
It is a hallway. It's not very big.
Oh, okay.
Basically, this baby elephant takes up the girth of the hall, the width of the hallway.
I'm going to make 3 illusions of guards appear in front of the other guards, making it
You're just
so
gonna
that
have guys just in the way.
yeah, so that there's people in the way that they don't want to shoot in the back.
Roll your delinquent power.
8. I get to choose 2 things. I'm going to confuse them and avoid further entanglement.
Yeah, you create these guards, and they're just like, no, stop! That's Reggie! What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on the 3rd level! And they all stop firing, and they're not focused on you right now, so you could slip away.
Yeah, I'm going to teleport down the hallway to behind them.
All right.
To the very end of the hallway and see if I can go through the door behind them.
I turned into a flying beetle, so I'm very small, and fly above their heads
But
to the other side of the room.
Wait, baby beetles are larvae.
Oh shit, you're right. I turned into a baby hummingbird.
Or a fruit fly. A baby fruit fly is just an adult fruit fly.
I turned into a little. When I say baby, it's more like a
juvenile.
an adolescent.
Like a
juvenile.
cutesy
Sub-adult.
version of one.
Sub-adult.
So yeah, it's a very adorable. I turned into a very adorable bat again and just fly over their heads.
All right. Light, what do you want to do?
Okay, so we have this fruit fly hovering above them, and we have these... I guess can I try to disarm them?
Absolutely.
So,
roll
yeah.
Directly engage.
Yeah, so what I'm going to try to do is I have a move called Fight the Good Fight, where I pull my punches when engaging with them. So if I'm trying to disarm them, can that count as pulling my punches so I get to use a different modifier?
I'll say yes.
Okay, so I get +2, and I got a 9. So I get to pick 1, right?
That's right.
So I guess I'll take something from them. I'll try to take as many guns as I can.
Okay, I'll say, yeah, you flash by him and you stop on the other end of the hallway with an arm full of guns. It's like, wait, I don't think that was Reggie at all. We've been duped, boys.
I turn back into Nightboi and I say, "Can I have one of those?"
Are you flying above them when you turn into Nightboi?
No. I'm on the other side of the room.
Oh, you landed. Okay.
I meet up with you.
Perfect.
And you have the guns, and I'm like, "Can I have one of those?"
Sure, I give you one of the guns.
I spray and pray.
Oh no!
Good God!
What?
Disgusting.
Light is really.
You've tried to kill multiple people. We've been totally peaceful and you're just trying to murder people.
Okay, I want you to take...
I am taking the guilty condition right now.
Yes, take the guilty condition. I want you to take the guilty condition. Okay, and Nightboi, I want you to...
Hopeless?
No. I want you to just... Actually, okay, yeah, I want you to take -2 to unleash your powers.
Can
I want you to take hopeless.
So when
Because you were hopeless.
So when I see him lean back with these guns, can I try to roll a defend to get them out of the way?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that's Savior, which I have +2, so that's good. Stan, why are you doing this to me? I got a 13.
Okay, yeah. So it's like that scene in Days of Future Past. Like, just everything goes in slow motion. You're moving bullets out of the way and like shoving guys in this hallway out of the way, and running along the walls and shit. And whenever things go back to real time, just all the bullets just go and burying the wall behind them, and all of them are safe.
Wait, and I like this a lot because one of the perks, because I got a 10+ is I get to clear conditions, so I'm no longer guilty.
One of them looks up at you and just like grabs you like by the shoulder and just pulls you down. It's like, you saved me.
That's what a hero does, sir. And that's what a hero's supposed to do, I say to Nightboi.
I toss the Uzi and I snap and go, dang it.
You are a terrible person.
I don't want to swear, but gosh dang it.
You're supposed to be a good guy.
I'm a vampire.
That doesn't mean you're supposed but that's not how this works.
What lore do you follow that vampires always like mow people down with machine guns?
Yeah, vampires famously kill people by just shooting them with machine guns.
I would have cleaned it up.
Alright, so I'm marking down my DM book. In my DM Bible, Nightboi is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Kill him early on in the first arc. Alright, so all the guards disarmed, and you are at the opposite end of the hallway where there's a door. So I'm going home to rethink my entire life.
Yeah. You want to buy some death sticks?
Not today. Today's a new day for Bartholomew.
I stand up confidently and I say, regardless of any accidents, I hope you go home to whatever's there safely.
This has made me rethink a lot of things. I used to be an arsonist. I remember this one time I burned down this poor sap's apartment. He made it out, but his dog didn't survive. And that's
you didn't want me to shoot him?
Fucking the Punisher over here,
He's
Jesus.
been redeemed. So I ask them, I go, this is your chance to redeem yourself. How do we return the museum to where it belongs?
Go through that door. There's a hallway to your left. Go down that. Then there's a door to your right. That's the control room. You can. There's controls for the museum in there. You should be able to lower it down safely.
You ready, team?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
I'm excited.
Go.
I open the door.
So yeah, there are no guards along your way, and you make it to the door to control room that he pointed out to you.
I can't go through the door until someone invites me in.
What a horrible weakness for a superhero to have.
Yeah. Does that include like public businesses?
I'm sorry, I can't save you from this burning building. You have to invite me in first.
Also, isn't that only exterior doors? We're already inside.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're not like bound by this rule. You're just doing what vampires are supposed to do.
Look, I'm just playing it safe.
So I'm gonna phase my head through the door and peek in. What do I see?
You see the ground is littered with balloons, and there is a control panel with like a chair in front of it.
I assume it's a big high-backed chair facing away from us.
And that is correct, sir.
Yes. So I pull my head out and I tell them what I see, and I say, "I think this is it. I think this is the big bad we gotta fight."
I bet someone's in that chair.
Yeah, I also think that.
Nightboi, world's greatest detective.
So let's go. And I open the door.
All right.
Yeah. We burst through dramatically.
At that
We
moment,
pose, too.
equally dramatically, the chair swivels around of its own accord. And there's a man sitting in it. He is like in his like late 40s. He's wearing a monocle and like steampunk regalia. So like like 1800s like French military uniform with like the tassels on the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
And he is stroking a balloon animal cat that is in his lap.
And he says, I'm afraid you will find the balloons are quite operational.
Are you threatening me, Master Nightboi? Yeah, he's stroking the cat. He says, heroes. I was wondering when someone would show up.
Hey.
Why did you send all those people to fight us?
Well, I could not have anyone stopping my operation before I got what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
What do you even need the museum for? You know you could just go in. It's free.
You can check out a pass from the library now.
Is it because of the suggested donation of $4? Is that too much for you?
I do not trust libraries.
That can't be cheaper than getting all of these balloons.
Listen,
It's the principle. He refuses to support the art.
I will not be talked down to by a... He looks at you, Knight, and says, shouldn't you be in a Starbucks somewhere working on your screenplay?
I should be. Why did you interrupt me?
At that jab, I want you to either mark insecure or you can roll to resist it.
No, I think it goes right to the core. Definitely. Insecure.
Yep, so mark insecure.
Look what you did to my friend. You hurt his feelings. You're a mean man, and I don't like you anymore.
Didn't you just try to murder 5 of my men?
How would you even know about that?
I have monitors, and he gestures to a wall of monitors to his left.
Oh, great. Is there anything good on? Do you have the remote?
I have lots of porn.
Oh, I'm not old enough to watch that yet, and I never will be.
Whenever I go on the websites, it always says, "Are you 18 plus? Yes or no?" And I have to click no.
He looks at you and just... Is he aware that the internet exists? There's nothing stopping him from going to whatever sites he chooses.
Look, I'm an honest person.
The thing that's stopping him is the same thing that's gonna stop you. Integrity.
Yes, I see your friend. I see your friend has much integrity. That is why he tried to murder so many people today.
And you know what doesn't have integrity? Blimps. They pop all the time.
He holds out the cat and just says, "It'd be a shame if that happened now, wouldn't it?"
I'm just going to throw something at the control panel. Like a shoe or something.
All right.
Or like some sort of Nightboi.
Yeah, I pick up Nightboi and toss him.
Wouldn't be the first
Basketball
time.
special. Okay.
Are you tossing him to the side or over the big chair?
Right over.
All right. I will. Okay. This is beautiful. I love it. Sounds like a team move
As
to
he
me.
tosses me, I turn into an octopus.
We definitely
Cool.
practiced this.
All right, coolers.
Yeah, it's the old slow ball special, you guys.
Yup. Okay, Nightboi, I want you to roll directly engage, and since you're acting as a team, you could use a team point if you wanted to add an extra d6.
Good thing
All right.
I got that team point.
By being nice to an old man.
I will use the team point. I have +2 to danger.
It's a 10.
Oh, okay.
And I get all 8 of my tentacles all over the controls.
Just pressing buttons and pulling levers.
Yep.
You do that. You can either resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. And you get to pick 2.
I create an opportunity for my allies by squirting ink into his eyes.
Ah!
I impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition by taking the controls with my with my tentacles.
I'll allow it.
I learned something very good about Octopus Ink recently. It actually has chemicals in it that are supposed to smell really good to predatory fish. So it distracts them by making a really good smell that they want to wallow in.
Do you know what I learned about octopi? Do you know how you make them laugh?
A octopi in a face?
No, you just gotta give them 10 tickles.
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
As
he
you
flies
were.
over. He has the controls. He's squirted ink in his face. The Balloonatic jumps out of his chair, like clutching his eyes, like my eyes, my eyes. And he's writhing around.
What happens when he hits the buttons? Do we start going down?
The blip starts to ascend really quickly, so you're all shifted to one side of the room.
Wait, is there a manual around here? Is there like instructions for how this works?
You'll need to assess the situation to find that out.
Sounds like you need to assess that
Yes.
situation.
I am going to do that. And I got a 6, never mind.
You won't find shit.
I want to speed read. But oh well.
Yep. So you're all thrown forward to like the back of the room since it's ascending.
So I can't hold on
And-
to the controls with my tentacles?
You can. I will say you can with your suction. The other 3 are thrown to one side, and all the balloons start to pile up around you.
I am going to assess the situation and try to figure out the controls.
There's plus superior, which I believe you have a -1 in.
Yeah.
Not too bad. You get a 1. All right, so you get to choose one, I should say. So what here can I use to blank?
What of these controls can I use to steady the ship?
All right, you find one that looks like a joystick, and like some buttons on it. It's like it's set to autopilot right now, but it looks like if you switch that off and take the joystick, you can like manually control it.
This is
Nice.
my favorite Octodad minigame.
All right, so I use the joystick to steady the ship back, tossing everyone again.
Yeah, so you're all thrown right ways and all fall to the center of the room, and everything like spaces out again.
He seems to kind of have it under control.
Yeah, the Balloonatic like stands up, takes off his monocle, and takes out a handkerchief, wipes away the ink, and puts it back in. I will not be taken down by a bunch of pubescent hormonal monsters.
And does he do anything, or he just says that and stands
He
there?
he kicks one of the balloons at you, Knight, and it explodes in front of your face. And I just rolled to take a powerful blow.
7.
That's actually not that great.
You could lash out verbally and provoke me into foolhardy action.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Nightboi, take this thing out of the sky.
I push the lever straight down to do a dive bomb.
So everyone is now thrown forward. And like everyone like
That
starts
seems
piling
a little more than foolhardy.
Everyone starts piling around it's like thrown forward and is on the controls now, and like you're pressed up against the glass, all the balloons piling around you. It's getting hard to see. It's like you've dived into like the deep end of like the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese's. And it's real crazy in there.
I'm going to make an illusion of a bunch of other balloons so that he'll be confused and unable to attack us as easily, because his attacks are all balloon based.
I'm gonna pierce the mask, which is a move that lets me see the person beneath, either metaphorically or literally, on this boss. And I'll get to learn something about him if I do it right. I'll learn all about the Balloonatic.
You'll learn all about the Balloonatic's childhood in rural Bavaria.
I got an 11. So I get to ask him 3 questions.
All right.
What do you intend to do? How can I get your character to return the museum? And how can I gain influence over you?
Is how do I get your character to return the museum one of the questions listed in the book?
Yes.
It's
how
word
can
for
I get
word.
your character to blank?
What do you actually ask him? Like
Okay.
in character.
So actually, instead of intend to do, I'm going to say, what are you really planning? What are you even taking this museum for?
You have no idea what's coming, do you? Balloons can only take you so far. I have higher aspirations. And he like looks out the window to the stars. It's like air in space, balloons in space. Imagine a galaxy filled with my balloons under my control.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. You can't use a balloon is heavier than a vacuum.
But with the technology in the Air and Space Museum, I can finally achieve my goals.
It's not air in space, it's air and space.
Listen, are you a I'm a doctor boy. You do not
A doctor boy?
Cause I'm
I am a
doctor
doctor.
boy.
Doctor boy.
So this is more like insight than an actual literal question, but I want to know how I can gain influence over him.
This man is very extra. You look at his
Yes,
whole
yes.
regalia that he's got set up over here, his balloons. He is very committed to his aesthetic and is a very vain
I
person.
really admire it to a certain degree.
Yeah, if you could like find a way to undermine that, like he fancies himself something of a genius, like
Okay.
inventor extraordinaire kind of a guy.
I take off the top part of my costume, just the hood part, and I run over and tie the bright neon green hood over him. And I take out my phone and I say, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of you with this tacky hood if you don't land this museum right now.
You wouldn't dare. I am Baron von Hindenburg, master of Ballooniver.
I'm taking a Snapchat video right now.
He starts visibly sweating.
I make an illusion of him wearing like clown makeup.
Yes!
And he's already got ink all over him.
Yeah. So I'm like, land this museum right now, or otherwise you're going viral, Baron von Hindenburg.
He like is like looking at all of you, and it's like real Sergio Leone moment, like close cut to all of your faces.
You can see that I've already tagged him on Instagram. I'm about to post it. And I'm using the hashtag Balloonatic, which is the top trending story right now.
Yeah. Balloonatic unmasked.
It seems I have been outplayed. And he pushes a button on the control panel, and the blimp levels out, and you feel like it start to descend.
I turn back into Nightboi and I cheer. Yay, we won the day!
I grudgingly give Nightboi a high five.
I turn that high five into a hug.
I handcuff the Baron and close out of my social media apps, but I keep it as a draft in case we need to blackmail him again.
Holding it over his head.
Yeah.
You could keep a bunch of posts, like social media posts, humiliating different villains who might have reason to get back at you as drafts that are like
Yeah.
scheduled to post. So if you get kidnapped and you can't stop them from posting, they'll post automatically.
Every day, I call someone and tell them, continue the draft till the next day.
Yeah.
And if they don't hear from me, that's it.
Your friend in the AV club.
Yeah. This picture of your butt is going viral, Hell Monitor.
I look out the window and I see that the sky is turning a little lighter than it has been and night is ending. And I say, well, I've got to go.
And we see that in a dumpster, the guy that fell off the building has landed safely in piles of trash.
You see, he falls to the ground, and you're like right over a puddle, and you see his face, which is now all scarred. And he like clutches his face and says, Nightboi.
I fly right down to him and I say, oh, thank goodness you're still alive. I'm so hungry. And I bite him.
Oh no! Can Light and Blaine just like look at the camera and like shrug and like wink as Nightboi eats the person, and we fade to black?
It's like a wipe where it's the camera goes black all around, except for, let's say it's a heart shape around Nightboi's mouth and that guy's neck.
God damn it. Fire and rescue soon show up, start checking out the shiz. This is beyond our capabilities. And you see, in the sun, suddenly a figure starts to appear.
You better not
Like-
do what I think you're about to do.
Like the, I promise it's not. Like so a real like Lawrence of Arabia shot. It starts out as a shadow, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and then slowly floating down to the two of you that stayed behind is like this guy in like a Roman centurion kind of get up, like breastplate, purple cape, leather skirt. He floats down, and you recognize this as one of the top heroes in Halcyon City, Captain Ares.
Looking fabulous.
Floats down. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what to make of this. What the hell's going on?
So Light steps up and he goes, "Sir, we need a team name." I say in character to my two friends.
Oh, I can't hear you. I'm feeding.
I did not think about that.
The Murder Squad.
No, sir, I want you to know. Damn it, I don't have anything. Because I don't like Balloon Boys, but I can't think of anything else. Sir, I want you to know, Halcyon City has nothing to worry about, because the deflators are here to stay.
You see him just like full on Captain Picard, like facepalm. Like, seems you've deflated the situation to the best of your abilities.
Thank you, sir.
No one seems to have heard, and the museum seems to be in one piece, but we are all going to have a long talk about your crew in the future. But for now, son, rest up. You did adequate work tonight. And like pats you on the shoulder.
Light is just beaming.
Of course it is.
That makes sense.
Soon afterwards, the news crew starts showing up, asking a bunch of questions, like, "What happened tonight? Can you give any comment? How did you defeat the Balloonatic? Like, what's your team name? What are your powers? What
Defeat? I think you mean deflate."
And all the reporters like start laughing. One of them steps forward. Seems that Halcyon City has a new team of superheroes, and we look forward to following their prosperous career in the future. Old-timey flashbulbs going all around you, and there's like
yes, of course.
is like a front page spread of you with the Balloonatic in like handcuffs with the dirigible behind you.
Given that this is these pictures were taken in daytime, in these photographs I am wearing a large black robe with a hood covering my face.
Some of the photographs are me and Light standing next to each other with you in a dumpster in the background.
Oh god. So it is the debut issue of the Deflators comes to an end.
#1 collector's edition holofoil cover.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah! You better believe there's a holofoil cover.
If you're listening to this, save this episode. Don't delete it off your phone because
Yeah.
it will be worth money in the future.
Definitely big bucks.
It's a collector's item.
Download 2 copies of it, one to keep and read, the other to like put in storage for later.
All I want is somebody to make us trading cards.
Deflator's trading card game.
Oh god.
The Halcyon City Deflators. Not to be
Yes.
confused with the West Coast Deflators.
Are we also a baseball team?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Stan Ferguson.
Hi, it's Ivan. I'm Ivan.
Oh, I'm Ryan.
It's your favorite Silver Age penciler, Hayden.
Face front, true believers.
Excelsior!
Hello, and thanks again for joining us on this bonus episode where we had Ryan Lynch.
Yes.
The Ryan Lynch.
World
Hey,
famous.
Ryan Lynch. There's dozens of us.
Dozens!
Ryan Lynch, if we wanted to hear more of you, where could we find you?
Okay, if you'll indulge me for just a second, I have a myriad of podcasts, and I also want to plug an adjacent thing that I'm not really involved in, but I think your listeners will like a lot. So you can find
Is
me.
it superheroes?
It's just the concept of superheroes. No, but listeners, I think we have a lot of overlap. I think we'll get it right next year, and They See Me Rolling. But if you remember Michael Garbager, he and I have a podcast where we guess the plot of a movie for a year, and we just started season 2. And it's either the movie Live by Night or Live by Night. We're not sure which way to pronounce it. And it's a lot of fun so far, so you can find us there. We'll get it right next year at Adventure in Cinema. I also host a comic book podcast called Divisive Issues, where 2 people who love comic books and 2 people who think they're very stupid talk about like controversial or noteworthy comic books. And Oops, I Talk Politics.
Have you covered Spider-Man Reign?
Yes, we did cover Spider-Man Reign a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
Where Mary Jane gets killed by Spider-Man's radioactive sperm.
That's good jizzle.
It's truly the peak of Spider-Man.
Yeah, truly. And what did we just did something that was probably good. I don't know. We just did Death in the Family, where Robin gets beaten to death with a crowbar. That's fun.
We'll take pictures. One with me and the kid, then me and the crowbar.
I was a big fan of your episodes about Old Man Logan. I kept hearing about Old Man Logan and not knowing really what it was.
Logan.
I'll tell you what it is.
Your explanation of it both demystified it for me and made me realize that it was 10 times more bizarre than I was picturing it.
Yes.
What are you talking about? He just has a Hulk's incest children roaming around the wasteland of New York.
God damn. And I host a political podcast called Oops, I Talk Politics, where it's all like left-wing stuff, but we try to keep it interesting. We just did an episode of Metal Gear Solid that people seem to like a lot. And we talked a lot about memes. That was fun. But the thing that I want to plug that I think your listeners will like the most is 2 of my co-hosts on Oops and Divisive, Sly and Daryl, have a YouTube channel that just launched that's going to be like a monthly series called DM It All, like damn it all, but DM. And they take like modules and adventures and kind of break down the history of it and kind of do not like an actual play, but more like break down the mechanics of it. And they did the first episode's on Tomb of Horrors, and it's a really, really cool expose into like how weird that story is. And it has like things like if you activate a trap, your character just switches genders for some reason. Or there's just constantly, they just like dump you naked outside and you de-level. And like, it's really funny. So I recommend DM It All on
That
YouTube.
sounds
That's
cool, and I will watch DM It All.
Thank you guys for indulging all my mini plugs.
Yeah, the history of D&D is bonkers whenever you get into
is.
it. It is so crazy.
They recently declassified a CIA dossier on Gary Gygax. That's a good read.
Did they?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
The D&D
Look
tape is
it up.
real, guys.
Yeah. Google it.
Thank you very much for joining us, Ryan. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Thank you
It's been a
so much
pleasure
for having
you
me.
on the show. Other than that, we're not going to do our typical round of big plugs. This is really just a bonus episode, but we did want to thank Ryan by having him plug all these things that he has done. Thanks, everyone, and check out the other great shows on the Ear Trumpet Network.
And of course, we'd love feedback on this episode. If you liked it.
We always want feedback, so check us out
Yeah.
on Facebook. We have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. They See Me Rollin'.
I'm in the Facebook group. Hi.
Yes, he is.
Excelsior, beautiful Nightbirds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.
Ear Trumpet Audio. If your ears are convex, you can use this to make them concave.